I like hand-cutting films, short films. There's something about it. To me, it's a little bit like sewing, like you're stitching. When I was a kid, I used to sew. And to me, it's like stitching together something, and you can touch it. It's in your hands. And going in that quiet room in this dark space, creating something, it's always been magical. And when I went to school in Austria for a while, in Vienna, my professor, Peter Kogler, said, you know, film, this is so old-fashioned. I don't know if I can teach you with you doing film. But I just said, sorry, I can't do video, so I'll be the old-fashioned student in the class, but I've got to shoot on film. I love the graininess, I love the grittiness, and my films are kind of gritty and about these kind of closed worlds, and I think the graininess of the film gives life to it. Das Rote is a 16mm film on the windows of Vienna's red light district. Clubs like Velvet Palace, C'est La Vie. It's lots of reds and blues, and it's about the anonymity of the red light district that's searching for some sort of intimate contact in the night, yet at the same time completely anonymous. I'm always fascinated by what lies at the periphery of society, what's always there, but people don't always want to talk about. Prostitution, drug addiction, the fringes. And especially coming from America, where all that is very hidden, to be in Vienna, which is a very socially stratified, proper society, and yet to have areas of still very nice areas full of these sex clubs. To me, it was fascinating. What goes on behind those doors? You would have these proper ladies waiting for the bus with their Viennese hats on, and there'd be a sex shop right behind them with like a giant dildo in the window. Just the whole juxtaposition of the society, to me, was intriguing. I went over to a friend's house to a party over there, and my friend was like, oh, you know, this is gonna be an interesting walk. And that's when I just we rounded the corner, and there all the clubs were, and kind of some strange people coming and going. And I said, I really want to come back and film this. And my friend said, well, you have to be careful because the pimps do not like people filming them. And that's when we decided we would drive very slowly, piss off all the Viennese drivers, and film it. That is Kurt Kren's camera. He was a very well-known experimental Viennese filmmaker. I met Kurt at a party. Said, you know, I remember when you came to Colorado, and he said, yeah, you know, what are you doing now for film? And I said, well, my camera was stolen in Chicago. Long story, left it in my car, short term. And he said, I have a camera you can use, and here's my name, my number, call me. I went to the bakery, picked up a chocolate cake, a bottle of red wine, went over to his very zen-like, austere apartments, and he gave me his camera. And a couple of weeks later, I said, you know, I've got to go back to Chicago. I need to bring your camera by. And he said, no, keep it. And, you know, when you're done filming and when you come back from Chicago, bring it back then. And while I was home, he passed away. And my boyfriend at the time, Matthias, said, you know, I need to let you know Kurt passed away. And I said, what do I do with the camera? And he said, well, he knew he had lung cancer, so by him giving you the camera, he knew that he wasn't going to be around much longer. So I still have the camera.